What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast. We talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? So welcome to Wednesday's episode. So Monday, Tuesday are topics. Wednesday is the discussion. Thursdays, Ask a CSSP, where I do interviews with people who are movers and shakers within the industry. And then Fridays, everything else, movies, books, games, all that cool stuff. But without further ado, I give it to Shannon.
All right, everybody. So this article is by bleepingcomputer.com, written by Sergey Gatlin. And the title of this one is Microsoft Makes All New Accounts Passwordless by Default. So Ryan has been talking about this on the show for a while now, right? Like the passwordless future was the passwordless present when it comes to Microsoft now, right? So any new passwords going forward now are going to be passwordless through Microsoft. They're going to do the whole passkey thing, right? So like it's one of those passwordless by default is what they call it, right? But it's going to be a matter of you using, and I've seen this already in action, right? Whether you use like fingerprint reader, facial recognition, right? And then some type of PIN, and they're making it to where this is going to be the default for them going forward, right? So, and they've been, and like, just because they're just now starting this, I want to say they started it in March of this year, maybe April. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was within the last couple months. This is something they've been looking forward to for a while, right? So like, I know as far back as November of last year, right? So we're talking 6 months, 7 months ish. They had been looking into having third parties doing passkeys, right? So like, this is not something new. That like Windows 11 support third party passkey thing. Like I said, back in November, they've been working on this, but it's here now, folks. And like, this is a better way to do things, right? Like when you have so many usernames and passwords, like these bad actors are getting so great at social engineering or just hacking in to get those types of things. And people just write them down, right? Or they keep them somewhere that's not secure, right? Now, I'm not sitting here saying the passkeys are 100%. You can't hack them or do whatever, right? But it is definitely harder to get a hold of those, right? Like if you're storing passkeys on your system, right? Like if you're not properly safeguarding your system, right? If somebody gets access to that, there's a possibility out there for it, right? But it's a lot harder the way that those are encrypted on the devices that they're on, right? But yeah, this is the way of the future, and I think it's a good way to go, right? Like there will come a time eventually where we even have to get past this, right? Because it's going to be so prevalent that we're using our fingerprints out there for so many things, right? You just open it up. You open up so many more attack vectors when you do it that way for it to be exploited. But for the here and now, this is definitely the way forward, right? So enrolling, getting the passkey, when you do these Microsoft accounts, they're having you enroll, do the passkey, set your PIN. And even then, you don't have to store it on the device that you're using it on. You can send it to another device if you wish, right? But when you do that, you have to make sure that other device is properly safeguarded as well, right? Because if you lose that, you've lost access to it, right? If you store it somewhere else, it is not stored on the device you're trying to log into. You have to have that other one. But yeah, passkey authentication for Microsoft accounts, it's here, right? Passwordless future is passwordless present now. But Ryan, what's your thoughts on this?
I am so happy. We're almost there, people. We're so close. Like, and there will inevitably be some hiccups, right? Like and some for unforeseen exploits and vulnerabilities and things of that nature. However, we are trash with passwords. Like we're not good at it, people. All right, like we're storing them in spreadsheets. We're putting them under our keyboards. It's an information assurance nightmare. If you ever worked in any piece of IA, you hate passwords. And you're disappointed in your users because you're just not good at doing it. Like the DoD, I would say it's been obviously I'm biased, but they've always been the best at it because of just how encumbered the system is, right? Like you need like I don't even know what it is now. When I left, it was 15 characters, uppercase, lowercase, special characters, can't repeat, can't have been used the past 15,000 times, and you have to change it every like I don't know 90
90
seconds.
days.
90 seconds. I used to hate it because I was not in the IA shop. I was network guy, but you would have your switch and router login. You would have a system that you used to log into your switch and router. You'd have the TACAX radius servers or whatever you had to log into, and each one of those had a password that was not supposed to write down, and it could not be the same, and it could not be repeated. I used to hate it because I'd always, if you go on a long weekend or you go on a vacation, absolutely would have to reset all your stuff. Absolutely.
I
So
never,
it
I
was
never
rough.
reset, I never reset my passwords going into a weekend. Like it'll be one of those things where I'm like, let me get all week. Like if I reset a password to do it new. So sometimes I do them early, right? I won't wait till the last minute. I'll be like, all right, I got 6 days left. Well, that leaves it to where, or 5 days left. I don't want to change it on Friday. So I get used to it all week, right? It's crazy, man. And yes, that is accurate. And like when I do my IA training, I say the same thing, not the same password across all systems, right? Like, it's a nightmare. But again, though, even with the DoD, right, they have been, I don't want to say a little ahead of the curve, but they have been a little ahead of the curve, right? The way you log in is you have a PIN and you have a token, right? So it's something you have and something you know. It's multi-factor,
Right.
right? They've been doing it for a while. So in that aspect, they're ahead of the game. Username and password, yes, they are still used in places. Yeah. And even that, like with the places with some of the systems that are doing username and password, I mean, they're even migrating those to where you have some type of token, some type of pen, right? That you have to do. So they're coming along.
Yeah, yeah. And then what I've seen on the outside now when working with clients and things of that nature, they're all leaning this way also, but it's because of Microsoft's push and Google's push. So when I am granted access to, review continuity plans and things of that nature, like you'd let me into your Google Workspace or your OneDrive situation or whatever, I've had to go through multi-factor authentication. I had to add you to my authenticators. So they're doing a good job, but they're being pushed in that direction, right? Like so the big three, so to speak, has been kind of navigating people. In my head, I envision like a shepherd in their flock, right? Like pushing them into the pen of getting away from passwords. Just because there's so many rainbow tables and just archives on the dark web. Like all of our passwords have been compromised one way or the other. So let's just get rid of them and go to like you said, pins and biometric. I have not used my thumb outside of the DoD for anything. However, I've been given the option, but I don't have a thumbprint reader, so I'm all about the authenticator apps and the facial recognition and things of that nature.
Mine is built into my laptop, so I've been
Yeah,
doing it for years. To where and like I said, like when it's an option, I'm seeing it and stuff now. There, it's like, hey, use this. You know what I mean? Even Facebook does it now.
really? Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I had to buy like a third party something or other because it's not built into any of my devices. But everybody has a camera, everybody has a phone. In general, and these are all generalities, right? Not every single person, but billions of people have these devices. So it pretty much works out for most. And again, like people will forget. Well, not us, but not the olds, but younger people will forget that passwords were even a thing. Like they'll bring them back to say they're cool. Did you know you could put in words to log into things? Like, so it will become a relic of the past fairly soon. Like, I think FIDO, which stands for, what is it, Fast Identity Online? Is that what FIDO stands for? I believe so. Yes, Fast Identity Online Alliance. So the FIDO has been pushing this for some time now, right? Microsoft's a member of FIDO, and yeah, we're going to be passkeys and moving on to the next thing until quantum computing breaks everything, and hopefully the far future, even though I don't think it's that far away. As
I
Shane
don't
said.
either. I really don't. Like I think we're so much closer than we think we are. We keep seeing it where people say 5 to 10 years. I'm like, man, if it happens in 3, don't be surprised.
Right. I mean, you have Google. I think they have the Willow chip is their thing. You have Microsoft. I forget what they call theirs. Their quantum chip. Like there's several like you can go down a rabbit hole. Like I don't quite understand all of quantum computing, right? I'm not a scientist. I'm not good with math, things of that nature. Like but I get the concept, but there's so many different variations of how they can get there. We're gonna get there fairly soon. Like it's pretty crazy. And then we'll like, well, Shannon, being in the Department of Defense and IA space, you guys are gonna have to go through some leaps and bounds. Once Type 1 encryption is broken, it's gonna be on and popping. But I have no idea what we're gonna do out here on the outside as in the private sector. Like, it's gonna be crazy. But again, that's future Ryan and Shannon's problem to deal with. We'll take that when it comes. But I think this for now will keep us safe for a decade, maybe. So continue to check us out. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday we have episodes, right? And then Thursdays I have interviews. So Monday, Tuesday are topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursdays ask a CISSP, Fridays everything else, movies, books, games, all that cool stuff. Hit up all the websites that go by our name, the other side of the firewall, the other side of the FW, ask a CISSP. or ramcyber.io. You can hit me up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. You can find me pretty much everywhere, but LinkedIn is where I'm most active. Stay safe, stay secure.